Hi, everyone. Oh, no. Ni hao.
Hola.
Hola.
Is
That's
that
Chinese?
Chinese for hello?
Yes.
Okay.
So
hola.
next time you have to come up. I speak Chinese, but next time you're going to say something else.
I'm going to say bonjour.
Correct. Well, save it.
Okay.
Don't
All
waste
right. Well,
it.
Okay. So okay. How do we say it again?
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Yeah.
Okay. Ni hao.
Ni hao. You look
Welcome
cute
to
speaking
Humblebrags.
Chinese.
Hi, I'm Cynthia.
I'm Crystal. This is Humblebrag.
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 Oh, I have tea.
Once a housewife,
Always a housewife. Can we say that again for the people in the back?
Humblebrag.
Humblebrag. Brag with us.
Bienvenidos, Humblebrag.
Bienvenidos, Humblebrag. See how much I learned from this woman?
So much.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well,
I keep tapping your foot. I'm going to cross my
That's
other leg.
okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I thought you were just trying to stay connected to
yeah,
me in some way. You just can't keep your
My physical
feet off
touch
of me.
is
Yeah.
my love language.
Yeah, I'm rubbing off on you.
By the way, even that made me uncomfortable. Like,
I know.
what?
You're like, I was touching you.
Or shoe to shoe.
So I am not happy.
I sense something. Okay.
But I am not happy for a very good reason.
Okay.
So my question to you is, do you have global entry?
I love that you asked this. This is a big part of my life this month. I do. And I've enrolled my children in it.
Yes.
Yes, will do. Why?
How long have you had it?
For many years.
Okay.
When it started.
Okay. You know it expires every 5 years.
I do know that.
I did not know that.
Did you enter the country not knowing that?
No, I tried to get on my flight. This was the same flight that I was on when I got stopped by TMZ with Amsterdam.
Well, you don't need
But
global entry to enter your flight.
No, but my TSA Precheck is connected to it.
Oh, right. It didn't clear.
So once global entry expires, my TSA Precheck expires.
And you had to take off your shoes.
Listen, I had to take off my clothes at this point. I felt like I
The
had
worst.
to hold totally. I felt like I literally had to just be naked.
Yeah.
Like they wanted me to literally take my wig off.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
horrible.
Yeah. And I haven't done that in a long time. So here's the thing, and I just wanted to share with anyone out there that is TSA Precheck or part of the global entry community. You have to get it renewed every 5 years, and I did not know that. And I don't remember getting an email or anything
I was going to say,
about
you
it.
got an email.
I don't know how I overlooked it. Maybe because I'm so busy hustling out here, I just didn't see it.
See, I am not hustling, so I see all my emails very clearly. And I renewed mine, and that's when I got the kids.
So when you renewed it,
okay,
did you do it online?
Just had this conversation with some of my friends because they're like, this is when I was in Costa Rica. It
Yeah.
was like, when we land, you guys could renew it. But I'm like, we didn't land till like midnight, so they're closed. But when I renewed it, I just did it online, and in a few days, they're like, you're renewed.
Wow.
So you could just do it online. It's very easy.
Okay, so it's not easy. What I tried to do, so I was in New York for a show, for something for Bravo,
Shocker.
blah, 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 blah. Working, making money.
Yes.
Actually, I wasn't making money for that one. But anyway, and I was like, okay, let me focus on this global entry thing because I was like so confused. I was like, did they not put my TSA Precheck in there? Like, because I've been like traveling with like people flying me places that I'm working for. So I just thought maybe a number was off or something. Like,
Sure.
I was like, I don't know what happened, but I was always like rushed and I couldn't do it. I was like, just send me to the line. But the line is not like, if you're not TSA Precheck, it's not like an easy thing. Like,
No,
especially in Atlanta, you got to go like all over the place and here and there. And then it's a crazy line. And you got to like strip down.
And there's no way of getting around. If you don't have that pre-check, you cannot go
You
through.
have no clout in the airport.
Yeah.
Like you are just,
Like,
and I'm
a
used.
celebrity. Let me.
No. You're just bottom of the barrel, baby.
Yes.
Let me just tell you that. And they don't want to hear anything about anything. They're like, they don't see that. They're like, Miss Bailey, I'm a fan. You look great, but you're going to need to walk 5 miles down here
And
to
take
the
off your
regular
clothes.
line and strip. And please take your wig off as well. Thank you very much.
So yes, you have to stay on it. And I definitely have it, especially when you come in the country. It's insane.
You didn't have to do a new interview?
No.
They're telling me that I have to do, maybe because I let it expire. It just expired 2 weeks ago. So I went online and it was so confusing. The application, they were asking me like crazy stuff, like, you know, my previous address from like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I think it sounds like you're almost starting over because it was not like that.
It made me start over from scratch. That's what it felt like.
Okay.
And I have to go to an interview now, but now I have to set that up. And then I just got an email, which is why I brought this up. saying, oh, there's been an update, which probably means I filled out something wrong and now I'm back to square one again.
Oh, no.
And I'm traveling like crazy for the next, well, I always travel like crazy. And it's just such an important thing to have. And it's
vital.
Like I have to go to the airport like now an extra 45 minutes earlier now because I have to
wait in line.
Yeah. And if it's packed, like there is no skipping. It's just insane.
Okay, well, you need to go online and figure that out. And I will say, I don't remember it being like, you're approved online. It was like, it sounded like I had to go in, but then I got an email saying it was extended.
Wow.
So I think maybe you'll get there.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm gonna call again and see, like, now that I got to this point, because I paid for the renewal, but now I have to still go through another step.
It might be worth doing it at Detroit because like LAX is going to just be slammed.
But I can do it at the airport?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So
you have to do it at the airport. No, you don't have to. Sorry.
Maybe I could do it in the morning.
It's easy to do it when you. Yeah, you just have to. It's usually when you land though, but I think it's international. But you can just ask them like, where could I get? You know, they could do an interview. Yeah, like on the spot.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And you don't need an appointment?
No, not when you're at the airport.
OMG.
Yeah. It's a thing. Okay, by the way, we're doing tips.
Yeah. Is this a global entry tip?
Yes. So I don't know if you know this.
Okay.
But certain credit cards pay for your global entry. So like Amex Platinum, I think Chase Sapphire, some of the ones that have like good programs, if you pay for it, it will refund you.
Oh.
So I think it's like $150 or something like that.
Yeah.
They refund you that.
Okay.
Trust, I would not get it for the kids if it didn't. So I used different, because I have like a second card, you know, like I have one for the nanny. So I use that one for Max.
Okay.
And then it refunds. And then my other card.
Why do you know everything?
I don't know everything. I know
you
travel
know a lot of stuff.
Because I research and I follow a lot of like, well, you call them blogs, like Instagram pages and websites. And I follow a lot of travel ones, like travel hacks. So I'm like, I put together all the hacks that I love, which is always related to saving money.
Yeah.
But they also, Amex Platinum, which by the way, I'm going to say this, it's not cheap. When I married Rob, I had the Amex Platinum with him and it was like $500 a year, which is not cheap.
I think I have. Let me see.
I'm sure you do. By the way, if you travel.
I have my Sky Miles attached to it, but I don't know about.
Okay.
Yeah,
check your credit card.
Like it doesn't say that it's platinum.
Okay.
I don't know. Because I'm very invested in getting my miles from them.
I'm going to take a picture of it. Not the number, but I want to see if this one does it and I'll look it up for you.
Okay.
Another hack.
Okay.
And again, this is Amex Platinum and a couple other ones, which by the way, Amex should be paying me now to like support them here. They also pay for Clear.
Yes. Wait.
They pay for Clear.
They do.
Yes. So you get it one time a year, but obviously Clear, you need it annually.
Right.
Okay. Which is another couple $100.
Yes.
But you can only do Clear, I think, if you have TSA, Precheck.
Correct.
Yes.
Which I found out as well because
you try to go through Clear?
Yes.
Oh.
And they said, no, you can't do it unless you're Precheck.
Yeah, no, you have to. Yeah. That's how they get you through.
Yeah.
Which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, I thought it was two separate things, actually.
It is two separate things.
But I never knew what the difference was.
It is. So Clear is a privatized company that walks you through.
Yeah.
But they walk you through as long as you have TSA, which is like a government thing.
Right.
But it's kind of annoying because it's like, if I'm paying for
But
Clear,
it doesn't work if you don't have the other one, basically.
That's right, which is kind of stupid. So I think Clear, if you're out there, you guys should figure out how, like if someone's going to pay you, the whole point is to expedite.
Right.
So you shouldn't have to have TSA PreCheck.
Yeah.
I think that's weird. However, I know my credit card pays for it.
Okay. I have to look into that.
Which is great.
That's
so
good
for
to
me,
know, you guys. See?
That's huge.
Yeah.
That essentially pays for at least half the credit card annual fee. So long as you use it and you're going to buy it, you might as well get all the other perks.
Yeah.
Which for me, Centurion Lounge is my perk.
Yeah.
The Amex card gives me, like, I love Centurion. Do you guys have one in Atlanta?
What is it called?
Centurion Lounge. It's the Amex.
Oh, yeah,
Lounge.
yeah. We do.
Right. So
I think we do, yeah.
Like, I use the one in San Francisco, which is so good. They have a huge one in LA. So I stock up on my food and I put it in like a bag and then I go on my coach flight. And then I don't have to pay for food to go on the plane.
But how do you pack it up? Like, they don't have like Tupperware in there.
I get like a lot of tissue paper. Swear to God. I know you think I'm lying, but I know I'm not lying. I open a paper.
Okay.
And then I put like muffins and whatever. And then I put it in my carry-on. then
But
I
how do
lunch.
you secure it and make it close?
You don't secure. It's in your bag. It's like my
But
purse.
you like cover it with a bunch of
like
napkins.
napkins.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not putting like pasta in there.
Okay, just like muffins.
Oh well,
and stuff.
hold on, that's not true. So like if you had like a to-go cup, like people don't. Okay, a Tupperware.
Okay.
Oh my god,
this is so good.
I know. I'm
This
crazy.
is gonna be so good.
Okay, I'm just hood, whatever. So a plastic cup that you would get water is your Tupperware. So you can put in your pasta. So I do carry, whatever.
Oh, because sometimes I use the coffee cups.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah,
Same.
but it has like a hole in it though.
Where?
For the straw, the coffee cup.
Oh yeah, that's fine. But then you have a spoon. You put everything in there.
Yeah, but you can't put a liquid because it'll leak out.
No liquid. I'm not like carrying soup with me.
Yeah.
But like that's
okay.
like.
Well, I just want to make that clear, just in case anyone was like,
Yeah, you put like fruit. You can put like whatever. So like, if people think like, oh my god, like I can't afford. I mean, this is really for travelers. Like, it sounds like it's a little bratty, but like we travel at least once a month.
Yeah.
So it's worth it because to get like a sandwich at the airport now is $20.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to the lounge. I'm gonna like even water. A bottle of water.
No, it's like robbery.
It's $8.
Yeah.
But I actually bring my own bottles. I told you that.
I know you told us that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you can get your ice at the lounge.
Yes.
So, and then my other credit card, which is not the Amex, gives you Priority Pass.
Whoa.
Which is part of it. But I will say this. I think every credit card now does Priority Pass, which is like not that great. But it's still better than nothing to get like a sandwich or a muffin or whatever and like a cup of coffee or a drink. And I love the ones that have like free cocktails.
Wait. You just lost me. So what is Priority Pass exactly? Because I thought you meant like it's like Sky Priority.
Oh, no. Priority Pass is access to lounges. So like they
So if you don't belong to like a Delta lounge, you can get this pass.
Yes, Priority Pass.
And how much does that cost?
By the way, they owe me like this is a free advertisement.
You're basically doing a commercial.
I really am doing a commercial, but I've been using it or whatever. And if you're out there, whatever. So it comes with my credit card, but you can buy a membership. It's a membership.
Okay.
And then you just Google like on their website, like what cities have a Priority Pass lounge. So when you go to the lounge, you'll see like a little symbol, like this pass works here. So there's a couple of different membership companies that do it.
I never knew about this.
Yeah. So then like, so if you're at a lounge, if you're at the airport and it's like, you're in the middle of nowhere and I don't want to buy a $20 sandwich. I just like, where's the lounge? I go find it. I go stock up, put everything in my purse.
Yeah.
Then I get on my coach seat and I'm chilling.
Okay.
And it pays for itself. It really does.
I'm wasting so much money. The more I
watched you waste money today. The way you just Venmo people, like I can't even believe you.
Oh, for my glam.
You spent a lot.
I know.
But then I found it was for multiple.
Yeah,
so it
was for 3 things.
I have an issue. I'm like, whatever.
I know.
I really, really hate spending money. It's like, but like remember Brittany said, it's like, it's a game for me.
Yeah.
But this is not a game. This is just utilizing what you have to
making
the
most, stretching above.
Yes. So it's not like this is something unique to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is something that everyone can use. But I think people think like, oh, I would never pay for a lounge pass or I never pay for such an expensive credit card. But actually, if you really do use it, it pays for itself.
Yeah.
It really does. And that's my thing is I research how to use things to the max.
Correct. Okay. So another airport thing. So Amsterdam is from Amsterdam.
Are we still calling him Amsterdam even though he's public now?
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Prince.
I like calling him Amsterdam.
I'm kind of used to it now.
Okay, let's go. Okay.
All right. We'll just say his name is Prince, but yeah, Amsterdam.
Okay.
So Amsterdam is from Amsterdam, obviously. He can't, because he's Dutch. He's not a U.S. citizen. He can't have clear or pre-check.
Right. Because it's an American thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which means that every time we travel together.
Oh, you're waiting.
He has to go to the regular side.
Yes.
And I used to go to TSA pre-check when I had it.
Yes.
Which will be getting back soon, hopefully. And we would have to separate.
Right. And he's in that really long international line, foreign passport line.
And when it was like really new, when you're like really like into it and it's like new and fresh, you're like, you don't want to separate. So he couldn't go with me. So I would go with him through the regular line. I know you would never do that.
I don't like anyone that much. No, sorry, I'll see you at the end.
Well, I only did it once.
I'll meet you at the lounge on the other end.
What? I like you, but you know what? I'm going to use my good TSA pre-check. Now, I will wait for you. when you finally make it
in
through.
the lounge. I'm going to go pick up dinner for us. I have my to-go boxes. Don't think that I wouldn't bring to-go boxes because I'm very close to that.
I'm going to go run errands while you were
exactly
going through
that's
security.
Very cute. That's cute, but I'm not cute, so I don't.
Yeah, no, I did it one time, and I was like, "This ain't it."
No, that's horrible.
I will meet you on the other side, child.
Oh my God! So you have to wait.
Yeah, and there's nothing I can really do. But now he's going to at least get global entry. So when we travel, abroad.
Oh, so he can do global entry.
He says he can. I think he can. At this point, I'm trying to get my own self figured out.
Yeah,
at this point. But yeah, I think he can do global entry.
Okay.
But he can't. He definitely cannot do clear and pre-check.
Oh, that's so annoying. It's so funny. I read something and I was telling my girlfriends this the other day that I just read this random thing. I don't know if it got pushed to me on Instagram, but there was an airport that people were complaining about that they had to wait for their luggage for so long. So like they just got multiple complaints at the airport. Like they would stand there, right? The carousel.
I'm glad you brought up luggage. I have a question when you get done. Keep going. Keep going. This is going to be, I think this may be our travel segment, but keep going.
I was like, what are we going to talk every day? I'm like, what are we going to talk about? I'm like, okay, if we're talking about travel, it's like hours and hours. Okay.
So much good information.
So this airport, what they did was they ended up making the path from getting off the plane to baggage like a long walk. So they said, so once they got there, the luggage was there, and they said they stopped getting complaints. So they totally outsmarted people because when I got the plane from Costa Rica, it was the longest, like walk. And I thought, oh, well, if he's like waiting, you might as well wait for the passport thing. And when you get to the carousel, you go, oh, my bags are there. So instead of like getting through, because you wait for like 30 minutes.
For sure.
But I thought that was so brilliant. I was like, oh, they really outsmarted those people.
Us. Yeah.
Okay, tell me about baggage.
Okay, so what color bags do you recommend traveling with? I used to use black luggage, but all it does is get lost and confused. With everyone else's luggage. Yep. Now I have super bright, and I like, and I should be getting paid for this away luggage, or at least getting free luggage. I like away luggage because I just kind of started using them, and it works for me.
Oh, you remember I was talking about the away luggage before? But we got Quince.
Yeah.
The luggage. It's like kind of similar,
It's like very similar.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I like Quince as well.
So look, I love beautiful luggage, and when Rob,
do you have Louis Vuitton luggage?
No. I don't like designer luggage.
Okay, I don't have any either. I don't do.
It's like literally handing someone $10,000 with your stuff. Like I think that's insane. Like and
it's gonna get beat up.
Yeah, I don't know why people carry fancy luggage. I think, but I like high end luggage. However, I feel like it's such a target. So I have gone the opposite. I buy and I do have black luggage. I have a lot of black luggage because I just think it's like easy.
Yeah.
But I have it like wrapped with like different color ribbon and whatever.
Okay. I do that.
You can find it.
Yeah.
But a real hack, if you really don't want someone to see your bag.
Yeah.
My kids have, like the Pottery Barn bags, where it's like Star Wars and has their name on it. I made it as a kid's suitcase.
Yeah.
Put all your good stuff in that one. Ain't nobody gonna steal a kid's suitcase.
That's good.
They don't want that junk in there.
That's good. Okay.
So it's literally like stupid kids. It looks like, sheets.
Yeah.
Like
no, they're not gonna go for that bag.
No, they're going for the Rimowa gorgeous set that they see coming out because for sure there's gonna be something nice in there.
Yep.
So get ugly. I think ugly luggage.
Yep.
Is the hack if you want it safe.
Ribbons different, just tie stuff on it so you can
just junky stuff all over it.
Yeah. Okay, I have a hack. So when I pack expensive shoes or expensive bags, even if they're in the bag covers that they come with, I will still put them in like a grocery bag, like from the store. I'll put it in there and tie it up, double tie it, because then it just looks like a Publix bag. And no one will think that this nice Prada bag is inside there.
But do you actually check that in?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
You don't?
No. My bags go in my carry-on.
Oh.
I never pack expensive stuff in a suitcase.
I do all the time. I just disguise it and camouflage it. And
I might have to turn you on that one.
All right, parents, let's be real. Getting kids to eat healthy, not easy. I've tried everything. Hiding spinach in smoothies, sneaking veggies into pasta. None of it worked.
Oh, I feel that. And don't even get me started on kid supplements. One is greens, but no probiotics. Another has vitamins, but tastes awful. It's always missing something.
That's why I'm so excited to introduce you to Beam Kids All-in-One Super Powder. It just launched and you need to get your hands on it today. It has more than 40 essential ingredients to fuel healthy growth, including greens, pre and probiotics, fruits, and vitamins. And what's even better, it comes in a chocolate milk flavor kids love.
And it's pediatrician formulated, so you know you can trust it. Plus, Olympic gold medalist and mom Shawn Johnson co-created it because she wanted something parents could feel confident about giving their kids.
And my picky eater, the one who acts like broccoli is a personal attack, he's asking for seconds of his chocolate milk. I mean, what?
I love that. And listen to this. Beam Kids has 87.5% less sugar than the most common low-sugar gummies and 13 times the vitamins of other kids' supplements. It's the perfect mix of healthy for kids, stress-free for parents.
And it's so easy to add to your routine. Simply mix 1 scoop of Beam Kids with 8 ounces of water or milk, shake, stir, or froth, and enjoy making a convenient addition to any meal or drink.
Beam Kids is now available online at shopbeam.com/humble. Because you're a listener to the show, you can take advantage of their limited time pricing of up to 35% off plus 2 free gifts using code HUMBLE.
Get your Beam Kids and your free gifts by heading over to shopbeam.com/humble. Enter the code HUMBLE. That's shopbeam.com/humble and use the code HUMBLE for up to 35% off.
If you have jaw pain or headaches after a night's sleep, there's a high chance you grind or clench your teeth. Teeth grinding, also known as bruxism or TMJ, is generally caused by stress, and it can cause serious damage such as eroding away your enamel and broken teeth, which leads to very expensive dental bills.
The solution to protecting your teeth is a mouth guard, but mouth guards from the dentist can cost you around $500 to $800. The good news is that there's Remi. Remi makes dental-grade, professional-quality mouth guards without the painful price tag. They're up to 80% cheaper than what you would pay at the dentist and don't require you to visit a dental office.
Remi's process is simple. They send you an at-home impression kit to create molds of your teeth. You send them back to Remi, and Remi's dental team will make you custom-fit guards and send them right back to you. We're so excited to try it.
The process literally took like 7 minutes total. Snap a photo on your phone and email it to the impressions team. The impressions team gets back so quickly with a personal email letting you know if you need to fix anything.
And the kit includes a second set of everything in case you have issues.
Plus, with a 45-night satisfaction guarantee, you can try it risk-free, sleep better, and decide if it's the perfect fit. If not, Remi's got you covered. It's a convenient and affordable way to get your jaw the care it needs.
Remi is for anyone dealing with nighttime grinding, clenching, or jaw pain who wants an affordable solution to protect their smile and say goodnight to jaw pain and headaches. Head to shopremi.com/humble and use code HUMBLE to save up to 50% off.
That's 50% off at shopremi.com/humble with code HUMBLE. Give your teeth a break without breaking the bank with Remi. Thank you, Remi, for sponsoring this episode.
That's a little scary. Do you put air tags in?
No.
Oh, you got to air tag it.
Okay.
Because you don't know where it is.
Yeah.
So a couple summers ago, there was like a week period in Europe where everything went haywire. It was all over the news. No one had their bags. Me and the kids and Rob were part of that. We were in Amsterdam.
Oh.
Flying to Dublin. Our bag never even got on the plane.
That's a nightmare.
We never got our luggage for 6 months, by the way. Yeah, we had to buy everything new in Ireland. We went to a store called M&S, which is kind of like their Macy's, whatever. And we had to buy all new clothes. And it was a nightmare. But we had air tags and we could see they were sitting at the airport and no one would help us. But at least I knew where they were.
Did you guys did get them back like 6 months
later? I got
later?
like one the next week. I got the other one on the flight home. It was crazy. And then one I got 6 months later.
So what happens in a case like that? Do you get compensation for that horrible inconvenience?
Yes. So you're supposed to get compensation from the airline, which I didn't even bother. I know that sounds crazy, but it was like...
I'm a little shocked, actually.
I know, but I got it through my credit card because they cover it.
Okay, got it.
So it was just so difficult. And it was like, honestly, like I think we spent $1,000 on the 4 of us just to get like underwears. I mean, everything.
Yeah.
We had no clothes.
That's crazy.
But I got some compensation back, but I weirdly felt like we ended up wearing it at home. Like we just like bought clothes.
Yeah.
I had this sort of balance in my head that I was like not going to like, but it was so annoying, but I could see it. So when I was at the Dublin airport, I mean, everyone was like trying to get their stuff. I'll show you a video. I took a pic. They finally let me in after like 4 hours with like a group of people who were doing the same thing. It was like where all luggage went to die. there was maybe, I'm not joking, 300 to 400 strollers piled up, car seat. I mean, I just think all those poor people who don't have their strollers, and there's not one person, because I think they were all on strike. Like all the European airlines are on strike. So no one could get their stuff. I'm like, look, I will take one out of your system. Like I see the tag. Right. I'm not trying to jack other people's stuff, you know? But they just didn't have anyone working. And they were saying that like we were the first flight out from Amsterdam to Dublin. And they explained like there was no one at the baggage area.
That is so scary.
Yeah, because they had no one working.
Right.
But we don't know that.
Right.
So they're saying the people at the Amsterdam airport, there's not one person there, so they don't take the bag off. So that when you get to Dublin, there's no one to take the bags. Like no, there's not one person. So the people actually got it on there, but your bag would travel back and forth the plane for like all day. It was insane. So I think you should tag your bag, like air tag it.
Okay.
And put something in there. I think they're $15 or something like that. It's so worth it. And like a kid cheap, I don't have to be kid one, but like don't invest in super expensive luggage. Even though I do love it, I think it's so gorgeous.
Yeah,
like,
it looks nice.
It just gets banged up.
Yeah,
it just cracks and whatever, and it's just not worth it. And I don't. Oh, okay, we're talking about luggage. You know what luggage I hate? The ones that are clamshell that are like even on both sides.
Yeah, that's what I have. What do you have?
The worst.
Why?
I don't know. That's all. Most luggage is like designed like that.
Yeah.
Because what happens when you start piling it up, it becomes like a little mountain in the middle. And then when you try to fold it, it's like impossible.
Right. So what type of luggage do you have?
I like soft luggage that zips from the top because you can sit on it and like stuff it.
Okay. But does it have wheels?
Yeah, it has wheels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But
the clamshell one is so limiting.
You can't put a lot in there either.
That's what I mean. And I'm like, I stuff.
And they're heavy because they're not fabric.
I don't love it. I get that. I think it just looks nicer to people, I guess. So they're designing that way. Or people just don't overpack like I do. But like if you're on a trip, you're going to pick up some souvenirs and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So even though it looks great, I just don't think it's the right type of luggage if you want to bang up you really use it. But like soft, you can like always unzip it, like smush more in.
Yeah,
you know, you're like, I forgot a shoe. I forgot whatever. You just keep saying. But that clamshell, once you open it, you can't just slide anything in.
Yeah. You might. Okay, you might flip me over to that. I get it. That makes sense.
I'm gonna flip you a lot on things.
Yeah. You know what? I have a trick. So, well, it's not a trick, but a fun fact, like a travel fun fact.
Yeah.
I always take my tags off my luggage before I travel again. And then the little sticker. Some people leave the little stickers on there. And I was told by someone that worked in the airport, like that's one of the main reasons why
luggage gets lost.
Yeah. You always got to like rip all that stuff off. And literally as soon as I get to the hotel, I take all that off.
You know what? That's smart. Because I didn't do that when I went skiing, when I went to Max. And my skis went to San Francisco.
See, told you guys.
And I had those tags on. And I remember thinking, I was like, oh, they'll just... I don't know, like you're supposed to take them off, but I didn't. And that was such a rookie move. And I didn't have my skis.
Yep. See, you guys are learning a lot today.
I feel like there's a lot of tips.
I love good tips. These are really good. I'm trying to think what else is a good one.
It's going to be my travel show. We got to do one.
Yeah, that would be great. I would love to travel around and like, my dream job is to not only go to like restaurants and taste food and tell them what I think is great and what isn't great or whatever.
And tell them what's bad.
Yeah. But I would like to do the same thing with hotels.
Hell yeah.
Because here's the thing. I don't know who thought, like I was just recently in New York. I won't say the name of the hotel. It was a very nice hotel.
Yeah.
Literally a cave. Had no lighting. It had no lights in there. It was like
in the room?
Yes.
Oh, that
was like a soft, like at least 40 watt or whatever.
That's not good.
I couldn't see a damn thing.
No, that's not good.
And I was in there trying to do my makeup and stuff because I was like, trying to cut back on glam and I just didn't feel like it and it was just like.
I think it's probably for electricity. I bet like the hotel does that. Like
I might start traveling with a ring light.
Oh, that's smart.
No, like seriously.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't see anything. And then I did, like I said, I did my makeup and I literally got in the car and I looked at myself in the mirror and I looked red. Like everything was red. I was like, this is what happens when you do your makeup with bad lighting.
So you would do a bad review for that hotel?
I would highly recommend that any hotel on any level of the hotel have good lighting. Like we want to see.
Right.
And I'm a light girl. Like I love to turn on a light and be able to see what's in there. I don't like mood lighting in my room.
Oh my God, I have so many tips. Okay. This is very exciting.
What you got? What you got?
So lit up. This is like my love language.
Oh my God. This is good.
So, I have to pack for Europe. And I actually bought, which if you really do travel a lot, this is great. But I bought a hair curler. Because, I don't think people realize that. You cannot put a hair heating product, curling iron, blow dryer into just an adapter. Into a wall. It'll blow up.
Correct.
That doesn't...
I found it out the hard way.
I think everyone has at some point in their life. You need to convert the voltage.
Exactly.
So people think, oh, whatever, it fits. And then the whole hotel blows out.
Yep.
That's why what happened.
That happened to me in Amsterdam.
That's what happened to the lighting. Someone blew out the lighting. That's what happened. Yeah. So you learn the hard way. And then you fry out your thing.
Yep.
So I did that, I think, in high school when I was on a high school trip to Italy. And I think I burned out the whole hotel. So what I did years ago was I bought a curling iron from like a local CVS in London. So I have a European plug. The thing is, I don't like this curling. It doesn't work for me. I hate it. It doesn't have a clamp. It's like you hold it. And
nobody has.
That's
time
like
for
professional. Why do they make that?
I don't even know how to, and I'm really good. Like I don't know how to work that one. I need that clamp.
The clamp
to hold it. Who
so
thought
like
the no clamp was a good idea?
It's crazy to spiral. I don't really understand that. So I've had this thing, but like for years, I'm like, and as such a traveler, I don't even know why I didn't understand this until I discovered it yesterday. Dual voltage hair products.
Oh shit. That's good.
Yeah, it's a thing. I was on Amazon Googling European hair, whatever, European plug hair thing. And it's hard to find, really.
Right.
They come with like little travel ones. I'm like, no. And then I was like, okay, so I just started like on TikTok and whatever, like, how do people, like, where could I buy it, whatever. And then it was like, oh, did you know? So I'm going to plug T3. It's like, have you heard of T3? It's like, it's the white curling irons, and I'll send you one.
What's so great about it? Like, what's T3?
It's the brand. It's a high-end brand.
Okay.
So they're a couple $100s.
Okay.
They're really nice hair products. They are dual voltage.
Wow.
So when you plug it in, it automatically changes to the European voltage.
Look at that.
Is that? There you go.
That's amazing.
And these are good tips for summer. A lot of people going to, you know, T3, if you're out there, send a couple. I'm going to ask them to send a couple to the office.
Yeah.
Because it's brilliant. And you can use it just normal at home and traveling. So that's really important.
That's good. Okay. So I'm going to take it back to hotels.
Travel brag with Crystal and Cynthia.
I know, right? We could just travel all over and show people how easy and great and smart and cheap we are about it. But like,
Clear, you need to sponsor us.
Finding the best places, like balling on a budget, but like going everywhere. So hotels. Okay. I think, and this is just a suggestion, like they just do away with like throw pillows. Like those things do not get washed. We know they're not clean. We know like they're just there. And every person, every child's little hands, like everybody, their dogs, because dogs are all up in the hotels now. Those pillows have been everywhere. And let's just like go ahead and include the little strip thing they put at the little piece of fabric thing they put on the bottom of the bed. We don't need that.
No.
Like I immediately take that off. I put all the pillows away because they usually have like the regular pillows. And I love like the just white sheets and looking clean. But like I don't want throw pillows on that because now you're messing up my white clean sheets that I know get washed.
Right.
When everything else I know damn well doesn't get washed.
You know what? You're right. Because I will say I'm a clean freak, but I am a victim of like forget. Like I just kind of get lazy and I lay on them and like it's so gross.
No. I mean, I don't know if they ever get cleaned.
No. Why would they clean it?
Yeah. And you know what I thought about too? Let's go back to the airport really quick. Matter of fact, let's go back to the airplane. The blankets. Those blankets, like, is there really like a big laundromat? They take those in and wash them between flights?
Yeah, because they're wrapped in plastic. Those cheap blue ones. I've heard they're not washed. I heard they're just wrapped in plastic.
Folded up and washed.
Yes.
I mean, folded up and not washed.
Not washed. And those pillows with the white.
I suspected that.
I know. It's just a problem because I'm always in coach and I need something to lay on. This past trip, I brought my own pillow and blankets, as I told you. But then it's kind of gross. So like, I get to wash it. But I do think that those blankets and pillows are not clean. at
Mm-mm.
all.
But now I do say that it's a good idea. Sometimes I'll travel with a little thing of Lysol
And
and
spray.
just kind of spray everything down.
Okay.
Like, I mean, it's like for peace of mind. It makes me feel like somehow it has sanitized it or whatever. So
Yeah. So I get on the plane
Mhm.
and I clean right away.
You wipe. You
I do a wipe.
You clean up.
You
Yep.
got to clean the the dirtiest thing is like the table.
Mm-hmm.
You got to open that up. You got to
Mhm.
clean it, clean the window, clean my seat, everything like that. I think
Mhm.
it's like at bare minimum.
Yeah.
But I hate going through security. We talk about TSA because those bins,
Mm-hmm.
so disgusting. Everyone touches those corners. So I put everything in, did it. I put it on. And I go straight to the bathroom and I
Yeah.
wash my hands because I think it's so disgusting.
And you know what? I'm that person in the airport that's always like helping stack the bins. Like while I'm waiting, I'm like, I just
you're
like feel like, I have to just be doing something. And I'm like, it bugs me that they pile up. So I will sit there
I
and
don't
stack
help.
them.
No,
Oh,
I don't
that's
want
so
to
mean.
get cholera.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I kind of like stacking them, but I just didn't realize how dirty they are.
It's because everyone's touching with their hands.
Yeah.
It's like disgusting.
Those bins have never been washed.
Never.
Have you actually looked at them?
No, and you're putting your jacket in there.
Oh my God.
You're putting your purse in there.
Like, I feel like
You
maybe
put
I
your
should
phone?
spray that before I put my stuff in there. Give it a good Lysol in.
It's gross.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Mhm.
now I'm
Oh.
saddened by all this.
And you know
that's
what
okay.
else I realized
Yeah.
too? I've been flying forever, but I didn't realize, and I don't know if it's just a first class thing when you
Oh,
lay your head back.
I'm gonna laugh. This is a
thing-
first class thing.
The back of the headrest moves where you can so you can sleep. I didn't know it folded in until
Yes.
like 4 months ago.
Okay, so that's not every plane.
It's not?
No. That's certain
Okay.
planes.
I was like, when did this happen?
yeah, but I hope you're cleaning it. Are you wiping it down? Like the hands and
Oh my God.
no, gross. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I didn't even think about that
Yeah.
one.
Look, the problem is you can't keep yourself fully clean. It's all
Yeah.
gross. But
Well-
have you seen those people, like Instagram people, put their hair over the seat?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I don't like that.
What would you do if someone had their hair over the seat?
I feel like it's invading in my space.
100%. But what would you do? Would you tap on them? Would you put gum in their hair? What would you
Well, I
do?
feel if it's covering up my TV,
Oh,
which I imagine it would be,
you would tap.
somehow I
Excuse
haven't
me.
really had that experience. Like, and if they did, I would just say, "Hi, excuse me, your
Yeah.
hair is covering up."
Oh, you would say, okay.
Yeah, but nicely. Like,
Okay.
I'm nice on airplanes
How do you
because
feel?
I don't know what people are going through.
Okay, this is like, it's not a would you rather, but these are. How do you feel about bulkhead seats? Not
I
that
don't.
you
I
fly
can't stand a
coach.
bulkhead. I can't stand a bulkhead seat because they won't let you leave stuff on the floor.
Okay, so
Well,
people.
until you take off.
I'm like, I'm holding on the mic. Like, people listen to this. This is important. This is important.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about the bulkhead.
Okay.
People look at it on the seat map that it's the best seat. But I
Really?
agree with you. You cannot keep your stuff with you.
No.
You have to put it on the overhead.
Yep.
And while you might have a little more room in front of
Mhm.
you, the thing is, people put their feet up on that wall
I-
all the time. I
Guilty
do.
as charged. Yeah.
I do.
Mhm.
I do. I
Mhm.
need to rest my
For
legs.
sure. Yep.
Disgusting.
Yep.
And the front row of coach of that seat, the seats are more narrow
Yeah.
because they're like, they don't move the
Mhm.
the armrest,
Mhm.
the metal. So if you have someone in like you want a seat in the middle that's empty, you can never really use it because
Mhm.
it's so you want to be the row right behind.
Right behind. Two.
And
Number
you
two.
don't. Oh my god, these are my pet
No.
peeves. And then the exit row.
Yep.
People think it's the best.
I like the exit row.
Hold on, but you don't want to be behind an exit. Like there's multiple exit rows.
Mm-hmm.
Seats. You want that front row.
Yeah, that's the one.
Because the one in front can't recline. You know that.
Which-
you can't have a seat recline into the exit row.
Okay.
So if you're in that front row, that's the best one
Okay.
because those people in front of you can't recline.
Right.
But then you can't, there's one that you cannot because you can't recline, your seat can't
Right.
recline.
Right.
So maybe that's not the one. Oh my God, I'm not professional at this. But there's better seats than not. But there's a row that you can't move. You can't move your chair because you can't recline into the row.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to be in the seat. You don't want to be in that row in front of an emergency exit.
the row in front of the emergency exit because I
Correct.
won't be able to recline.
You
back.
can't recline.
Got it.
That's the one you don't
Okay,
want.
let's talk about reclining some more. So I don't like.
We clearly travel so much.
Okay, I don't like when I am in my yummy first class seat
Okay.
and I sit down and I wipe everything down and I settle in and I get ready to recline. And I'm literally here
Mm-hmm.
and it reclines to here.
Yeah.
What the actual hell is
That's
that? Like it's supposed to be like here, like it literally goes
a little bit.
I'm like,
The worst.
this is not like it was like an inch.
Yeah.
Like,
the worst.
I don't know. And I'm like thinking, oh, it's like I'm not pushing it hard enough. And it's like,
oh, yeah,
nope,
you're like, your
This is
back
like-
is like going to go out.
it's
Yeah.
not going to go any further than
No.
that.
I think that's, they've changed it so because people get like upset
Why would they do that?
because the people behind you don't like it. Okay, how do you feel about that? I mean, you rarely fly coach, but like when you do, like, do you like shoot your seat back?
Right away.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I do it really slowly. Like,
I see what you're saying. No, I take my time. I ease back.
you ease back.
I just want to go like,
Yeah.
back,
I
no.
hate people who do that.
Yeah.
I ease.
Yeah, I ease back.
I kind of look back. I let,
Yeah.
they're
Make sure
aware.
everything is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I check.
Yep.
Because the people go like straight
Yeah.
back is
Yeah.
the worst.
Okay. So how do you feel about like, like that little console table in the middle of you, whether you're in coach or first, well, actually you only have it in first class.
I was gonna say there's only console tables.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
it's like, it's not really that, but
Are you
that
asking
little
about
thing where you
sharing?
can put yes.
Okay.
So it's small and then there's like the person can put their drink and you can put your drink.
Yes.
So how do you feel about like I'm very respectful of my little 2 inches of that table.
I am too. You have your half.
So
You have your little half.
So
Yes.
don't be putting your stuff on my
No.
half because
No.
I'm very mindful
That's right.
of my half.
I've never sat with, in all these years, someone that has actually, like, that I can remember that has annoyed me enough that has used
Yeah.
the whole console.
Yeah.
So, like, it's always, like,
Yeah.
your nuts are on here, my
Yeah.
nuts are on this side.
Well,
We're
I like to keep my area clean too. So
Yeah,
I'm
we're
always
gonna-
like, we're gonna, you put your napkin in the cup, like you keep
Yes.
it tidy
Yes.
because we're like living together.
That's
now.
right. So, also, like, I mostly if I coach, like, if there's a seat in the middle, I always put the table down and I put my stuff on half the seat in the middle, and my snacks in the middle.
Okay.
And it's sort of letting my neighbor know
Mhm.
this is a communal table for us. So you can put your snacks next to mine on the table, so we don't have to lower our own table now. So that, and then you can, you're welcome to use half the chair,
Right.
so that's thing. And I also think that there's rules about sitting in the middle. So
Oh.
if there is someone in the middle seat,
Okay.
which I've been,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, me
feel
too.
like I own both armrests.
Yeah. Because you're stuck in the middle, so at
That's right.
least let you
Have the two.
rest your arms.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if I'm in the aisle or the window, I will put my arm really close in.
Mm-hmm.
I let the middle seat take it,
Mm-hmm.
and like that's
Yeah,
their spot.
That's fair. I like
Yes,
that.
I feel like that's but if
They
it's,
earned those armrests
Yes,
for
they're
having
earning
to
that,
fly in the middle.
that's right.
Are you a window person or an aisle person?
I'm an aisle person.
I'm a window person.
So you want to get stuck inside?
Yeah. I don't move. Like, I don't get up and I'm not like one of those people getting up using the bathroom the
Okay.
whole time. Like, once my ass sits down,
You're in.
I don't get up until I land. I could be flying to New Zealand.
So
I
you
won't
like
get
being
up.
like tucked in?
I do.
Okay.
And the window makes me feel good. I can lay my head against it. I can look out if something's happening.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if that's going to help if something's happening that
It's
I can
really
see
not.
it. But
You're
At
just
least
gonna
I
see
can
your death
let
earlier
the
than
people
other
next
people.
to me know some shit's going down.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay,
Because
like,
I'm at the window.
You'll be screaming first. That's the only thing about it.
Exactly.
But I pick the window rarely if like I need to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
which is I rarely
Yeah.
take an overnight. I mean, that's
Yeah.
But I like the aisle because I cross my legs because I'm like Gumby. I like to move my legs
Yeah.
a lot. I cross my legs into the aisle because I'm so tall. And
Yeah.
you're so tall. How do you
Yeah.
put your knee? Oh, because you're in first class.
Yeah. Well, not all the time now. So when I'm in like Delta Comfort, because now
Yeah.
I only buy main class seats now, remember?
Right.
And I usually get the upgrade to Delta Comfort.
Oh, okay.
But now I have to start buying, once this batch of tickets go, I got to start buying basic and then
And you leave your clothes
pay
here.
for my luggage,
That's right. You
my
stand-
bags, because that's not included.
Well, you can stand at the check-in desk and meet someone, say hi, give you a bag, go your first class, your bag.
Right.
I'm an aisle person because I
Mhm.
feel like my visuals more freedom down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, I'm looking down.
Well, you can get out first.
I
if
can get out,
something's-
and I don't.
yeah.
I rarely get up too,
Okay.
and I do think it's a little annoying when people have to like get me out.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to bug people to get out
Well,
if I have to get out.
if you are like a bathroom user,
Yeah.
you shouldn't ask for the window. Like you should definitely be an aisle person because you got to get
Amsterdam is an
time.
aisle person, right? Because he goes to the bathroom.
Well, you know what? He should be more of an aisle person, but he's
Okay.
like 6'3", but he still likes the window. Like we fight over the window. Like we alternate. Like
That's crazy with his legs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
And do you book aisle and a window when you buy a ticket, or how do you guys book?
No, we like to be together, so one of us is going to be in the middle.
No.
So we can be together.
Wrong.
We're still at that point.
Wrong
We're still
answer.
at that part of the relationship.
Wrong
It's almost
answer.
a year now. We may be leaving that part and just being more comfortable on the
I'm
plane
not saying
now.
that you shouldn't want to sit together, but that's another hack. You book the aisle and the window,
Okay.
in hopes that no one books that middle,
Right.
and then you have your own little section,
little space that we can use.
If someone books the middle, when they come on the plane, you slide over because they'll be so happy to take the aisle.
For sure. That's true.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. All right. So let's go back to first class now.
Okay, back up to first class. Okay.
The 2 seats.
Yeah.
In first class. There's like the space under your foot, the space under the other person's foot. And then there's like this middle space sometimes that is any man's. Yeah. Like sometimes it's an area in the middle.
No, that's an empty
Who gets
space.
that?
I don't know why anyone would need that space if you're in first class. I don't understand. I stick to my side, you stick to your side, and that's it. Like,
Okay.
I don't understand.
That little space, I like it because I don't like to put all my stuff up. I like to kind of keep all my stuff under, like, I don't know. I just
don't
like
know
it
about
close
that.
by. I do. Like, I love that little middle space to
Are
put
you
like, my
invading
bag
them
in.
at all?
No. It's literally, they have their side, I have my side, and I'm telling you, in
It's like a
first
little
class,
slot.
there's like a little tiny mini space underneath there.
Okay. Are you establishing that right away?
Yeah, well, I kind of feel like that is first come, first serve.
Okay.
Like whoever gets to the seat first kind of gets that because you can just put your stuff underneath there and be like, oh, well, I got
I
it
don't really
before you
take that.
did.
I don't take that spot.
Okay.
But I'm also a nice neighbor. I'm also like a very generous.
I'm a nice neighbor as well, but I feel like
Because
I got here first.
Well,
So-
if I sat down and I was like, I saw that, I like, oh, she took it first. Like, I'd be like, oh, that's the kind of woman that would take it first. Like, I don't like her. Like, I already don't like you. So then I probably would take more of the console.
Exactly, because I took the bottom space.
Because you know the console has the middle console and then it has this weird little pull out.
Yeah,
for like
it does.
I would take the pull out. I'd be like, okay, bitch, you're going to take that. I'm going to take this.
Right.
And then I'm going to like stretch my legs out. So when I fall asleep, you
Okay.
can't cross over me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But
That's fair.
I'm very like, I put everything up
Mm-hmm.
because I don't need as much stuff.
Right.
Everything down is like minimal.
Right.
On my phone, I have my charger
Mhm.
and maybe my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't want anything with me. I need freedom. I need, I don't like stuff.
Right.
So I use the top. But like,
Right.
yeah, I don't like stuffing everything on the bottom.
Right.
It's like, I like,
Okay.
open space.
I'm a stuffer. I kind of like my stuff around.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to avoid sitting next to you.
Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I feel like there's something to unpack about sleeper beds. Let's see.
Oh, you're really becoming super unrelatable lately. Sleeper beds.
I'm just saying when some of the Humblebraggers get those good sleeper
They're more
beds.
braggers. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about it.
All right, so they're awesome. Number one.
Not all awesome.
No?
No. Some are not that comfortable. Some piss me off.
Why?
Well, because when you're spending that kind of money, it's like you barely fit in. Some are like designed in properly and like,
Some
But
can
by
be
the
tight.
way, I'm not going to kick it out of bed. Like, it's my number one choice. If I can't somehow exchange it for
Mhm.
5 coach tickets. But no, I mean, look, I get real cozy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like shoes off, slippers on, pajamas on,
Mm-hmm.
headphones. But I sleep.
Yeah.
I really could sleep the whole flight. Do you take a
Okay.
pill? We talked about this.
I don't take a pill. I usually, if I just want to sleep, I'll maybe have like a half a glass of like white wine or something because
okay.
it just is a sleeping pill. It's like a liquid sleeping pill for me.
I love wine on a plane.
Yeah, I do. It just like gets me like right where I need to be.
Yeah. But United started serving tequila.
Oh.
And most airlines have not at all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
I know, it's weird. JetBlue does. I book flights based on tequila.
Hilarious.
Or I get it from the lounge and put it in a water bottle.
Oh,
Because I'm an
my
alcoholic.
God.
I swear to God, it's so bad.
Of course.
I know I need
You're
it.
so good.
And then I ask for limes and a glass, and then I pour it. I don't even know if I'm allowed to, but I don't do that. I've heard people do that.
What about airplane food? Do you like
I eat it
airplane
all.
food? You eat it all.
I'm like ravenous on a plane. I don't know what it is. It keeps the time passing for me, but I crush food on a plane. Anything you give me, I'll eat. I'll take an extra bread roll. I'll eat more of that weird marinara sauce.
Right.
And then I always want the dessert, whether it's a baked cookie or a sundae. I love it all. But like I said, I have to bring food on to coach.
Oh yeah.
I cannot not eat on a plane. Like I feel stuck and starving like on a plane that like they're gonna give me like a weird biscotti.
Right.
Disgusting. I don't want that. I don't want I don't want like nuts in that. I don't want snacks. Like I want I want food. So I'll always go to somewhere and get food.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you eat
I like to bring my food.
But do you eat like first class food?
It's not my favorite. Like if
Damn, that's rich people.
I mean, I do it. No, I just prefer to like just grab a sandwich or something and take it on the plane. Like,
but if they're serving, you're going to eat it.
I always pre-order it and tell them what my preference is in case I want it.
That's
but normally I don't. I'll just tell them I don't want it when I get there. If I don't feel. No, they send you the thing and tell you select.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Select your.
I never do that because it's like wealthy people do that. Man, Atlanta pays very well.
It is not like I only really fly first class when I'm upgraded or when whoever I'm working for pays for it.
Do you stress about the upgrade? Like, are you there like looking at the wall and being
like you have no idea?
Like okay.
You're
like refreshing.
I'm that person, and if I don't get the upgrade, I'm looking to make sure every seat is filled. That there wasn't like it wasn't an oversight. Like
because you expect that upgrade.
Yeah,
because you travel.
I fly a lot on Delta.
Right. Like you're at the top
million
level.
miler.
Right. So if you don't get it, you're pissed.
Miler. Yeah.
See, I'm always number like 48. I don't know why at the bottom. I travel so much.
Yeah.
But okay. Oh, so
but I only fly Delta.
Right.
So I have all my stuff concentrated on one airline. I feel like you're all over the place.
I just get the cheapest ticket.
Yeah.
That's my thing. But I do think that that's actually good value. Like if you take one airline and you actually build up to that, then you can get all these upgrades because that's a lot of money saved.
Yeah. Okay. I have a good one.
Yeah.
Do you get a paper boarding pass?
Oh.
In addition to, I know everyone has it on their phone,
sometimes.
but I always get a paper boarding pass.
I generally do like international. I just feel like there's something about it to have it that's nice, but generally no.
Okay. No. I always do because number one, I can stick my baggage claim stickers on there.
Oh, okay.
So it's all like one place.
Yeah.
And God forbid I lose my phone or the phone dies and I can't pull it up to show my electronic
because it's embarrassing when you're staying there.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not fully charged, I mean, it's a good backup.
I just feel like it's all going paperless soon. So you're going to have to like get used to like not having that.
Yeah.
I
don't like that. I'm old school. I love paper.
I know you do.
I know you paper.
Do. Okay, so what's in, how people do like what's in your bag? So what's in your travel? Like what do you bring up with you on your carry-on?
Oh, sometimes I'll bring a blanket, but sometimes it's just too much of a pain to like drag it around.
Oh, because you really think you're going to like need a blanket.
Yeah, I'm always like prepared to be like frozen on an airplane and I don't like to be cold.
Okay.
I'll be hot, burn me up, but do not freeze me out.
Really?
Yeah. I'll take hot over cold.
I hate being hot. Okay. All right. What about like a scarf?
Definitely a scarf.
Okay.
For sure.
I'm not like that at all.
Neck pillows. Let me get into that.
Okay, this is a whole.
I kind of don't think they work. Like I have a really.
Don't.
What the hell? Can we redesign the neck pillow?
I hate them
because I actually spent like an hour sitting on the plane thinking. Because what happens is it's like it makes my head lean forward because of it being back, and I want it to lean back. So I there's a huge opportunity for us to redesign neck pillows.
Okay, so I've been researching a lot for this trip for the kids.
Okay.
They have them where like a snake across your neck.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you fall asleep forward, you can lean it. But I just feel like it'll like choke me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to order one and I'm going to test it out this week because I want to, you know what it is? I like to hug a pillow.
Yeah, me too.
It's like not for my neck. It's more like the feeling of it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's people that are very clear. They're like, this is how you travel. You put the neck pillow on. You put the like eye mask that's like thick and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's really good? I used to buy for the kids the blow up footrest.
Oh,
that
I've never even
is
seen
super
that before.
helpful. So it packs up really small. You blow it up, and it's like, like your feet are hanging down. It doesn't feel comfortable. But I like to put my feet like this. Like if this was long, I could like cuddle up like this or whatever.
That's good.
And you could like even like crisscross your legs.
Yeah.
So you have a place to rest them.
Yeah.
And it's literally like, it looks like a square ottoman.
That is good.
Yeah. So I used to bring all that, like, because the kids, like, I made them like coach and sleep overnight, and you could like literally make it like a bed.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't lay down, but it helps.
It does. That's a good one, especially for the kiddos. Okay, so this is going to be a little sensitive. And I just want to go ahead and put the disclaimer out there that I love dogs. Love dogs. I get it. My mom has a cute Pomeranian.
You already get in trouble.
I had
You talk about a dog, you're in trouble.
No. I'm just saying. No, it's just a question. So recently, and I didn't have an issue with it, but I wondered if I was seated next to that person, if I would have. Okay, so here we go as I get in trouble. Okay.
Oh, no, you were.
So
this is a big one.
This is bad. Okay.
Anything with dogs is like a thing.
Oh, but here's the thing. Like, again, I love dogs. I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know if I would do this with my dog per se. So, in first class, and it didn't matter what class of service it was, but it just happened to be first class. Okay. Bulkhead row. I'm seated on one side.
Yep.
Someone's seated on the other side.
Yep.
Okay. So a lady.
So you're in an aisle.
I'm on a window. Another person's in an aisle. Across from us is a person at the window aisle.
Okay.
The person at the window has literally a full-grown German Shepherd.
Okay.
Big dog.
Yeah.
Now we're in the bulkhead, right? So, and the dog really liked to be held.
Okay.
Yeah.
A huge dog.
And she liked holding the dog.
Okay.
It was definitely like a comfort thing.
Yeah.
For both of them. Beautiful dog. Sweet dog. He was very, very sweet. But when, he's so big, like, his tail is on the other person, his paw, like, he's definitely spilling over into the other seat. And he's just like on top of his owner, but like the bottom part is in the other person's lap, literally.
Wow.
Now, this is like maybe a 6-hour flight. I can't remember where I was going. First of all, I don't know how she was able to hold this dog as much as she did, as long as she did. At one point, he was on the floor, and even when he was on the floor, he was, he doesn't know. He is,
of course, he
doesn't
know. Yes, he doesn't know
so
that
he's
it's
just
one ticket,
sprawled out, living his best life. Okay, the good news is the person next to them obviously was a dog person too, so she couldn't have been more gracious,
right?
But I'm not always seated next to gracious people.
No.
And I just kept thinking, if this was my dog and I did this, I really felt like there would be a very high possibility that the person would complain. Like literally the second half of her dog was just on top of this person.
I have to imagine that they called them up to ask them if it was okay.
I would imagine.
Before the fight.
I've never seen, like, I travel all the time.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
rare.
seen that before.
Yeah.
Where it was a very large dog. And that was the case. But it was definitely a comfort thing for sure for her.
I would struggle if I had someone else's dog all over me, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind my dog. I mean, even my dog, Boba, is the cutest. But like, I don't know if I'd want to fly like that. But if I had someone else's dog on me, if they didn't prepare me, if they didn't call me up and said, here's the deal, are you open to do it? Yeah. I think that would be
now that I think should happen, just so you're prepared, because first of all, like, there's people that may not be necessarily dog people. There's people who are afraid of other people's dogs, or just like, I mean, it's just maybe allergic to dogs.
Right.
I mean, this is a lot of things that could have happened in that situation.
That's kind of surprising.
But I was very shocked. Crystal, I've never seen anything like that before. I meant to tell you about it a while ago, because I was like, wow, I wonder what the process is for that when you have a large dog like that.
Right.
And more than anything, I was impressed that this person held this dog.
Sure.
Literally, if the flight was 6 hours, that dog was like a child in her lap being held for 4 hours.
Wow.
Sleeping, like totally.
So you think it was like a service dog?
I didn't see like the little service like
the
jacket on the dog, but it could have been there. Maybe I just don't remember. But I definitely felt like there was like a connection with the dog and the owner. Like, she needed the dog.
Right.
And the dog was definitely like very like, not really freaked out to be on the plane, but like they were definitely like
holding each other.
We're together. Yeah.
So I think if I saw that, I probably lean into like empathy, like, okay, well, this woman really needs
Yeah.
this dog.
Yeah, no, it definitely gave that.
Yeah.
And-
So
and-
it's like, I'm not going to like disturb the situation.
yeah. I was just glad it was someone that was like super like dog
Okay with it.
person who just was like fine with it. Like,
Okay, what if it was a baby crawling all over the floor near you? How would you feel about that?
well, I like babies.
Oh, I don't.
I'll take a crawling baby. I will take a baby waving and playing with me.
Oh,
like,
really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're the lady who's gonna like I'll hold the
I'm
baby.
literally like holding your baby. I'm like, just give me the baby for the
Oh,
flight,
no,
and you
no,
can get some
no.
sleep, and I will hold your baby and play with the baby the whole time.
I sit on the plane and I see
Like I'm
baby.
playing peekaboo with them. Like I'm that girl.
No. I already have my babies. I'm done. If I see a baby come on board, I'm like praying, like, please, God, do not sit next to me. I can't stand
That happened to me on the flight to Amsterdam, and you know that was like a 12-hour flight or something.
You got a baby with you?
No, I was seated. I actually I didn't get first. I was on hold for it. I was using one of my global upgrades, but I didn't get it. But I got comfort.
I would have died. See, that's when I'm waiting for that seat. My heart is like
I know.
racing.
That's when you really want it, when it's like, because it is
Yeah.
not even a flex. You
Yeah.
just want
to
the
land.
seat
Yeah.
to be comfortable
Yeah.
for 12 hours because it's rough. So I'm sitting in my seat and I have a window. So I'm happy with my window. And I see like the two spaces are open and all I'm thinking 12 hours. And I see this cute couple with the cutest baby I've ever seen, who's bright-eyed and definitely not looking like she's going to sleep anytime soon.
Oh,
And they're walking down the aisle and I'm like,
you're done.
do not stop here. They're not going to be in my seat. They're not going to be here. Like,
And they don't even have a
there's
seat
no
for the
way,
baby.
no
It's like
way.
a lap baby.
Like this baby, it's 12 hours. This baby's going to cry at some point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this baby's going to be aggravated at some point.
This is when you regret that upgrade.
And sure enough, they stopped right at my seat and settled right on it. And I was like, hello.
Oh,
The baby ended up being the baby was cute. Like when I clocked him, I was like, I think they may be coming. Yep, they're coming.
He saw you.
Yep, they're
the
coming.
Baby saw you.
They're here. Okay, this is gonna be 12 hours.
Ugh.
Literally play with the baby the whole flight. The baby didn't go to sleep once in 12 hours.
Oh my God.
She was maybe one.
Holy shit. No.
Was obsessed with me the whole time. They were like so nice. And
They must have been so happy you're with them.
yeah, they were really nice. Like I even took a picture with them. I think I even posted it. The baby was
you're the
so
family
cute.
photos now.
Yeah, like I think we even exchanged numbers. I was like, this baby should do commercials.
What? Oh,
She was so
God.
smart.
You're so funny. You're like way too
She was
nice.
amazing. I was like,
Damn.
I
no.
almost wanted to like,
No.
can the baby come and visit me? She just
No.
like,
I was like the mom that like I always got a seat for them. The kids.
Yeah.
Always. I'm not gonna like
she was on the lap.
I don't want a lap baby.
She was on the lap.
No
Mhm.
way. And I put the seat like the car seat in
Mhm.
the window
Okay.
backwards. So
Okay.
you do it. And then I would put and then I would have like the muslin blanket
Oh, okay.
and I would rock and I would pacify like you're going to bed. You're going to sleep. I
You're
don't care
going down.
what happens. I don't know how much Benadryl I'm going to give you, but your ass is going to sleep. And then I'm just like, chilling, but I forced the sleep situation. And a handful of times it did not work. And I wanted to kill myself because having and they want to stand and touch everything. And it's so disgusting on the ground.
Yeah.
But I would buy, it's like I would buy really, really cheap blankets, like the
Mhm.
cheapest, like you get a pack like $5 for $1 kind of like
Mhm.
junk. And I put it on the floor
Mm-hmm.
and then I would leave it there.
Yeah.
So they could put it in the trash.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you can't touch anything.
Yeah, that's a good one for like parents because those kids want to get down at some point.
They're going to get down.
Yeah.
So put the blanket all the way down
Yep.
across all 3 rows.
Mhm.
Take off your shoes, put it
Yeah.
on your seat.
Mhm.
And then you can kind of like use your slippers, walk around, and then
Mhm.
you have your baby hang out,
Yeah,
chill
that's
out.
a good one.
Then it's like you just don't feel the stress of the floor.
Right.
If something
Right.
drops, it's clean, but leave it.
Right.
Do not
Mhm.
just throw it away. You don't need it again. But no, having a baby next to me, so I can deal because I'm a parent. So now I'm like, okay, I understand the pain,
Yeah.
but I'm not trying to sit near a baby.
Yeah.
Like I hate
It's not
that.
your preference.
No.
Yeah. I can do a baby quicker than I can do a dog. Like a big dog. I don't mind little dogs, but the big ones.
That's crazy, though. I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah. It was, I was like, wow. I couldn't believe it, actually. I wanted to look take a photo because I didn't think anyone would believe it.
Because it was so big.
Yeah. Huge. Huge.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was so funny because like at one point, you know, the dad was like really good with the baby. The mom was like knocked out, whatever. And at one point the baby just looked at me and just put her arms out and reached for me to pick her up. And I was like, okay.
And did you?
Yeah. So at one point, I had the baby, he had the baby, the mom finally woke up, she had the baby. When I said that baby worked that row, we all had the baby.
My God.
So,
they must have loved you.
Yeah, it was good. I was good.
If you thought about trying Ozempic, Wegovy, or other GLP-1 medications, you probably know that they can be expensive and hard to get access to. But not anymore with an incredible company called Zealthy. They're 100% online, and if you qualify, their prescribers can prescribe medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less expensive. That's right, no long waits at the doctor's office or pharmacy. Everything is shipped right to your door. Zealthy can provide semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic, and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less. This is a great time to see if you qualify for GLP-1 medications with Zealthy, and all you have to do is get started is send them a text. Just text HUMBLE to 200-300. Don't wait. Text right now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text the word HUMBLE to 200-300. That's HUMBLE to 200-300. HUMBLE to 200-300. Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for reoccurring automated text marketing messages. Messages and data rates may apply. Reply STOP to opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use. Tell me if this sounds familiar. Something's changed and you can't seem to put your finger on it. You're experiencing brain fog, hot flashes, night sweats, and mood swings, or you just feel heavy and bloated. You're trying to do all the right things, but nothing is working. Basically, you don't feel like yourself anymore, right? It could be your hormones. Turns out all those things can result from diet, fitness, and stress. You need a step-by-step program designed to help hormones and get relief. The program that you need is called Belle Vitale, the first ever 12-week science-backed approach to improving your hormone health, created by a woman for women. It's truly the full package for fast relief. With step-by-step nutrition plans, innovative at-home Pilates workouts that won't overly spike your cortisol, 2 proprietary supplements to help combat stress, support healthy blood sugar levels, and build your metabolism, plus breath work for stress management in as little as 60 seconds. Belle Vitale is proven. You just follow along step by step and see how fast you get results. And if you don't see major improvements in your first 31 days, you get your money back. I want you to go to Belle Vitale. That's Belle, B-E-L-L-E, Vitale, V-I-T-A-L-E, and check out this program. Then use code BV15 to get 15% off. Go to bellevitale.com, code BV15. That's bellevitale.com. This is going to change everything. I think someone wants a grandbaby.
You know what? I wouldn't be opposed to a grandbaby, but I just love babies. But I only like a certain age, though. I don't like toddlers that much. I don't like when they're on the go. I like the ones that can almost talk, but they can't. Okay. They're big enough to do stuff and figure out stuff. Like they're fascinated with the TV monitor, the phone, and stuff like that.
I find that age the worst.
See, I like that because usually
I feel like they're all over.
They still have the passy, whatever.
Yeah.
But when they're like 3 or 4 and they're like super curious and they're like can walk and move and talk and
like you don't want to chase them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. I love like 4, 5, 6. That's my favorite.
Yeah. I'm more like 1, 2.
They're good enough to watch an iPad.
Yeah.
But they're like, they just look cute.
Yeah.
And
they have all their stuff.
Yeah.
And they just like settle in. Yeah.
But the 2, 3 is really hard for me.
Yeah. I like the newborns too, because all they do is sleep. You just feed them and they go to sleep.
I don't. They're like a lump of cheese to me. I don't like newborns. Like, I don't know. I hate
You are insane.
I hated that age. It was horrible.
I love that they just lay there. All they do is sleep and poop and pee.
No, but they wake up in the middle of the night and they want your boob and they're going to eat your nipple till it bleeds.
Yeah. So how long? Wait, so you breastfed both of your kids?
Yes.
How long did you last with each one?
7, 8 months.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah. No, but I suffered every feed because I just did it because I felt so much pressure.
Yeah.
Because people would say, "Are you still breastfeeding?" And I wanted to be like, "Yeah." So I was, and it was horrible. And I promised myself I would not do that with Zoe. And then, of course,
You got bullied into
I went
it.
up. I did 5 months with her, and I
Right.
still killed myself. And I was like, "Oh, the nutrients or whatever." And now they fucking eat McDonald's. Like, what? Like, it was such a waste. Like, what do I care?
I lasted 4 months with Noelle, the worst 4 months of my life. It was so painful. And this is like, they didn't have like all the cool stuff they probably have.
Like the
had for you.
plastic covers.
I had like literally like a manual, like a breast thing to like suck it out. And that hurt to like pull it out, the breast milk. I didn't have like some cute, easy machine that like sucked it out where it didn't hurt.
By the way, the machines, no matter.
They
like,
still hurt?
I had everything. I mean, I had the Rolls Royces of everything, baby.
Okay.
It all fucking
I did not
sucked.
have the Rolls Royces of everything.
Oh, God. It was the worst.
Yeah.
The most painful thing ever.
And then the nipple got all like
chapped
and bleedy and scalp. Yeah.
And mine never healed. Yeah. And I remember my baby nurse was like, "Don't worry, it's just the beginning. It'll start to chafe." And not chafe. I'm like, it's like your finger, they get hard. Never. Yeah. It bled 8 months every day.
Yeah. Noelle would latch on like a vacuum cleaner. I would be like, she'd be like.
But did you feel like it was like where the teeth are coming in? It was like, it hurt?
Oh, no, like I only did 4 months, so I didn't get to any of that. But I will say, like, sometimes I just was like, are you trying to, like, I don't know, like I've never sucked a breast, but I imagine I could do it a little more gentle. Like, she would just be like,
the worst.
It was a lot. And so.
And it's so crazy. Like, when we go out and like my friends, like from mommy, me, whatever, that's like one would just be like, stick their tit out and like, hang out, talk to me. And I'd be like I'd have to get in the right position, and it was like, I was so depressed. That's why I hate babies. So every time I see a baby, I'm like, fuck you. Like, you fucking making your mom suffer.
Hate babies. What is wrong with you?
Yes, I can. I don't know what you're talking about. I hate babies. I hate them all. They're evil, and they literally suck the life out of you. They suck out your beauty. They suck out your beautiful breasts. Now they're just.
And then they won't go to sleep.
No. Like, now we're a bathing suit. My nipple's on my knee. Yes. I look fucking horrible now. Fucking Max and Zoe. It's driving me crazy. So, no, if I saw a baby come on a plane, I'm like, fuck you. Get your fucking mouth away from me. Go eat your fucking milk.
Traumatized.
I'm really traumatized. I hated that age. And, oh, my God. And the sleep training and the crying. And, oh, my God. It's a wonder that my kids even survived me. Like, I'm shocked I didn't return them.
Do your kids have any allergies?
Zoe has, like, it's so funny. We were talking about
food
yesterday.
Allergies.
No. And if they did, I would have done like all those weird, like, the whole program.
Yeah.
Because like in my world, in my house, we travel, like you're going to eat whatever you see on the street. Like I don't have a pen with me. So like they have sort of like seasonal allergies. Zoe particularly has allergies, but like not food.
Okay. Noelle is like highly allergic to nuts.
Oh, she is?
And it's like. That's game changing. It's like everywhere, like she pretty much eats at the same places. If we go to a restaurant.
Is she too old to do that program?
I don't know. Like she's had like the test, like her dad's taken her to get tested to see if she's still allergic. Yeah. Because sometimes it passes. You can grow out of it. But the way I found out was really crazy. So I was flying from New York with her nanny and Noelle. I booked a Nordstrom's ad, like a big campaign for Nordstrom.
Of course.
And I was playing a mom and they booked Noelle as my baby. And she was like, I don't know, maybe 3 months old.
Okay.
So we get on the plane, we fly to LA. And it never even occurred to, like, I didn't even think about like if she was allergic to nuts. But anyway, I was like dog tired, of course, because she had like sucked the life out of me. And I passed her over to my nanny's beautiful Trinidadian lady, Lydia, who was with us forever, like literally until Noelle was like 13. Whole nother story, whole nother like day. So anyway, so now I'm like sleeping. She has the baby. She's like watching TV or whatever. I can't imagine we're in first class unless they put us there. I can't remember. But anyway, she was eating nuts. The nanny was. Okay. Lydia was. And nuts have oil that stays on your fingers.
Right.
So by the time we landed, Noelle was like, from just touching her, like eating nuts and touching her. She was like, had a crazy fever. Broke out in hives all over.
Right.
Crying like crazy.
Oh, no.
And I was like, what
The hell?
has happened from when we boarded this plane
We're like, what
until
did you do
now.
to my baby?
So I call the doctor and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. We just traveled from New York to LA, and when we landed, my child was like broken out in hives and she has a fever and I don't know why. And he just said, did anyone eat nuts?
Oh, so he knew right away?
Yep. He said, did anyone eat nuts? And I was like, my nanny did. Yeah.
Right.
And that's how we found out that she was allergic to nuts.
And then how did you treat it? You just gave her like Benadryl or something?
Well, yeah, they told us whatever to get and we got it. And she still was not feeling well.
Yeah.
But like, thank God, all she had to do was just lay there and add.
I was going to say, did you get your money?
Not happy.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Oh, I was like, you're going to lay your ass here. We're not about to mess up this check.
No.
Like all she had to do was just be a little baby.
Yeah.
Like we got her when she was like sleepy or like, put enough medicine so she could just like whatever. And she just like
oh my God.
Yeah, but that's how we found out. So now she lives her whole life is like centered around not eating nuts. Like any place we go, it's like, is there nuts in it? And because there was a time when like people cooked in nut oil.
Yeah.
Like even when she went to school, because at one point we didn't know if it was airborne or whatever, like not airborne, but like she could get it from just other kids, like having like peanut butter and like sandwiches, like peanut butter jelly is like a big popular thing for the kids. And they all had them. So at lunchtime, she would always have to come home for lunch. And then, because they wouldn't even, like, we didn't know how bad it was when she was young. So she was not even allowed in the cafeteria because it wasn't nut-free. Now everything has changed. Like, a lot of places don't even have nuts at all.
None of our schools allow it.
Yeah, well, it was...
There's no nuts at all.
This is how old I am. So this was during that time.
Right.
And, of course, it sucked that she would have to leave. This is the one time they all get to hang out. But she never...
I can't believe she had to leave school.
Yeah. She would come home. Well, we lived close by too.
Yeah,
but anyway, still, like, she would come home and then
every day for lunch.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And then she ended up, homeschooling most of her life anyway. In the end,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Noah homeschooled.
Why?
She never liked school. Like she just never wanted to go. And I was like, Leon was like, she's gonna grow out of it.
Answer.
No, she literally never wanted to go.
You cannot tell my kids that.
Like Crystal, we thought she would grow out of it. We thought it was a phase. Like she literally.
You just said, okay, then you don't have to go to school?
After a while, I was like, what do you want me to do? She doesn't want to go.
How old is she?
Homeschooling. Yeah.
How old was she when you let her homeschool?
So she skipped second grade.
That early you let her homeschool?
Yeah. Well, we knew like every time we would go, like you take them the first day of school and they would cry and cry and cry. Like she just never wanted to go. Like, and we would go and we'd be like, I would literally go at lunchtime and check on her. I was like, what are those parents like literally calling teacher? Like, is she doing okay? Whatever. And it's like, yep, she's okay, but she wants to come home. Like it just never stopped. So she ended up like skipping, like somehow she got tested because she was like, it was pretty clear she wasn't gonna be a schoolgirl. But anyway, so she took a test and they'd like we skipped the second grade. So from that, she went to third grade, didn't want to go to school. Fourth grade, didn't want to go.
All homeschool.
Yep. No, she went for like, I think we kind of forced her for like third and fourth grade.
Okay.
And then maybe fifth grade, we had moved. I think maybe it moved to Atlanta. And then she got into this really like, really cool private school. Cute little, the whole thing. Literally, you would think I was sending her to the electric chair every day. God. She would be there like getting out of the car like, why are you making me go to this place? She likes being at home. And she was great at homeschooling, which is not easy because you don't have a teacher breathing down your neck telling you what to do. You literally
so who taught her?
Do everything on. No, I had well, when she was younger, I would work with her and she had tutors and all that stuff when she was younger. But
that is a lot of work on you.
I really was not that involved, like to be honest. So she graduated from homeschool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, which is a whole thing. A lot of kids, like actor kids and all that stuff, they all homeschool. It's like a cyber academy.
And she just go on her computer and work?
She would go on her computer every day and do her schooling. And the crazy thing was, which was really kind of like annoying, is she could work ahead. Like she literally could do the whole
program,
seventh grade in 2 weeks, if that's what she wanted to do. You could work ahead and then she's like, I'm done.
And then what did she do all day?
Basically drive me crazy because she'd be done with school. But then, then we put her in like, she was in ballet, which she didn't like. She was in tap, which she didn't like. We made her stay in tennis. She actually, for the 1 year that she was in school, she made the tennis team and then she didn't want to do it. She was like the only black kid on there. She didn't like it and whatever. But she's actually a really good tennis player. Then what else happened?
I'm like, I had no idea
Yeah.
about this. Like,
Yeah.
I did not.
And she's an only child, and my whole thing was she needs to go to school so she can make friends
Right.
because she doesn't have siblings, and she just never wanted to go.
So did she homeschool all the way to like high school?
Yeah, she
And
graduated.
she
from
never,
homeschool.
ever wanted the experience of like.
Never missed it. Doesn't look back and be like, oh, I wish I had done this and that. Was completely fine.
So she really didn't go to formal school until after like.
Nope.
Wow.
There was like maybe 2 years of her life where she went for a little bit. And trust me, she made it like she did not want to be there.
Oh, wow.
She did not want to be there.
So her personality now, is she social? Or she has like a small group of friends?
She has a very small group of friends.
Okay. So she's
She's not super social.
Yeah.
She can be a little socially awkward a little bit. But she can start off that way, and then she's like, then, you know, she's
when you're
good.
her person, you're her person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Like she's
That's so much work for you.
You know what?
I love like it's a lot of work when I'm like, send them off.
You know what? When she was little baby, when she was really little, like she went to like a little Montessori school, like for 1 year. I remember that, and she kind of liked that because they like let them be section off and be alone and stuff.
Yeah.
Like she thrives in like when she loves to be isolated a little bit. Like when the pandemic hit, she didn't miss a beat because she was always like like being by herself.
Right.
Like she lives out in Porter Ranch in a little house by herself.
I know.
Like as happy as a clam in her little house by herself.
Wow.
Yeah.
God, you know, like, you are who you are when you're born.
Listen, we have talked to everyone about this when she was growing up, and Liam was like, she's going to grow out of it. Like, surely she's going to like change at some point, and it just didn't happen. Noelle is like very special, very different. I wonder sometimes, like, had I had another one, I had nothing to compare her to because she was just always
like what would have happened
this way. Like you have two, and they have two very different personalities.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my Noelle.
Because you were like homecoming queen, so it's like you had that classic school experience.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I did not know that about Noelle. That's crazy.
No.
I love that second. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to school. Like
she it was the craziest thing. She like when I tell you from a baby, she never wanted to go. She never really wanted to. I mean, my nanny was great, but like other than my nanny, my mom, Noelle, I mean, Leon's mom, like she wasn't like a social baby either.
Right. Well,
like
I see why you had your nanny till she was 13.
Yeah. And that was the worst day of Noelle's life when I had to let that lady go. I was like, you are like, you cannot, like, you don't even know how to run your own bath.
How old were you? Or sorry, how old was she when you did Housewives?
She was 8.
So she was.
The nanny came with us. She moved from Brooklyn to Atlanta with us for like 3 or 4 years. She was there with us.
So you filmed the show while she was homeschooled?
Yes.
Was that part of the show?
No. So when we moved to Atlanta, she got into the really cool private school.
Yeah.
Which she did that for like a year. I think we maybe forced her to do it a year. But it just was, she was so unhappy. And
but was that part of the show that she was homeschooled? Did people know that?
I know they would film her maybe doing homework or stuff sometimes, but they didn't really film. I didn't really let them film Noelle a whole lot when she was little.
Right.
Like it was still new and.
Right. And it wasn't as interesting.
And we didn't even know what we were doing yet. So it didn't come up a lot. Like it was established that she was there, but I don't remember like they didn't film me like picking her up from school and stuff. I don't remember. That was so long ago.
Okay.
She's 25 now. She was like 8. So girl, I don't remember.
Crazy.
But I don't remember her being highlighted because I just was kind of like protecting her from that. And she wasn't like, yay, let me film something today. So.
I'm learning so much. Today's a day of learning.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, like I would, if my kids didn't want to, I'd be like, shut up. Like you already ate my nipple off. Go to school. Fucking done with your asses. Go to school.
I know.
And you're going to extended day. I'll pick you up at 8 p.m.
Exactly.
Like I'm not about being home. I'm not teaching them. Like no way. But that's a true testament to you. You like really read your kid.
You know what? Maybe, sometimes I ask myself, should I just have forced her to do certain things? Should I have forced her to do, like, even with play dates, like, they would all come to my house. She didn't really go to a lot of kids' houses and stuff.
Right. She's a homebody.
She's a homebody.
Yeah, she really doesn't want to leave the house.
No,
she likes her space.
Loves it. She's a little happy hermit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So crazy, right? And then I thought, of course, in my mind, like, I'm pretty outgoing for the most part.
Yeah.
I'm pretty social. But I think, honestly, a lot of that is because of my career. Like, everything I do, it's like involves people, basically.
Yeah, you
From modeling
you like
to
to go
all
home.
of those things. Yeah.
You are a homebody.
I do. I love to go home.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
Like, I'm happy that my party tonight is at my hotel that I'm staying at. And all I got to do is go to the roof and go right back to...
I was going to say, I have a feeling I'll be like, where did she go?
I do. So she may have gotten a lot of that from me. And Leon's pretty chill too.
Yeah.
Like, he can work a house too. Like, he can be at home. Like,
Right.
we're not like you are never at home.
Never.
I feel like you're always outside. Like,
No.
you're headed here, there, all the time.
Never home.
Me, if I could literally do everything I have to do from home, I would probably do it.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
love
little
that.
fun fact. Yeah, no, I was homeschooled pretty much all our life.
I just
Mhm.
did not know that. Anyway, should we wrap it up here?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I have to go pick up Zoe from
Speaking of
Bye.
school.
Speaking of school, and her
Speaking of
teachers
kids
are
that don't
texting me.
homeschool.
God, we just ramble on.
I know. But this was fun. I really enjoyed the travel tips. I think a
Start
lot of people
using
don't
them.
know. I will. But like, honestly, a lot of people, if you don't travel all the time, there's no way to know all this stuff unless we tell you. But like, there's TikTok and Instagram for this stuff too now. But
Yeah, but I think people don't realize
they don't
there's-
explain it like we do.
There's so much info out there.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I'm going to keep doing more research because I feel like I keep learning and I travel so much.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Valuable. Very valuable.
All right. Well, I'm going to pick up Zoe and get dressed and go to your party.
Yay. Okay. All right. I don't know. My humble brag is that I don't know. What's yours?
So it has to be related to travel somehow.
Oh yeah, travel. Okay.
I would say my humble is that the brag is that I get to travel a lot,
Yeah.
but I do really genuinely work hard to
Mhm.
try to find ways to cut cost and and do my hacks, and because I feel like for me it's the right balance,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's important to me to share the information with other people so they can explore more.
Yeah. I like that. So my brag is that whether it's Maine, Delta Comfort, first class, whatever it is, that I have a career. I've had a career most of my life that required me to see the world, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And my humble is that I'm just grateful that I have a job and a career that I've been able to do this for so long,
Yeah.
whether it was acting, modeling, TV personality, where I get to work in a space where I get to travel and see the world.
It's awesome.
All right. Love you guys. I hope you guys learned something today.
再见.
Yes. Oh, what is it?
再见.
再见. 再见. Mwah.